Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pick'em, brought to you by Morga Sports. I'm your host today, Wyatt Morgan, and today we're going to be starting a new show called Pick'em, where we basically just do sports betting picks. We place them, obviously, and we just see if they hit or not. And I guess you guys can go ahead and land the picks with us, and we can win together. Make your own picks, send them to us on our social medias. But yeah, so we're going to be making some sports picks today for Wild Card Weekend in the NFL. Uh, right now it's Thursday, but Wildcard Weekend starts, I believe, on Saturday, and it starts with, let's see what team plays first. We're gonna have the Browns playing first at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. So we're gonna hop into our bet for the Browns. For the Browns game, we have Amari Cooper scoring 2 touchdowns. Him and Joe Flacco have been connecting like crazy, and when they played the Texans just a few weeks ago, he got 2 touchdowns, so why wouldn't he do it again in a very important game? And then we have Joe Flacco throwing for over 300 passing yards, which once again he did in the Texans game a few weeks ago, so why wouldn't he do it again in a very important game? Also, I don't know if you guys remember playoff Joe Flacco, but he's a beast. He's a totally different man. He's he's crazy in the postseason. It's dumbfounding me. I can't even speak from how great he is in the postseason. And then we also have Kareem Hunt scoring anytime. I don't know why I threw that one in there. I'm gonna be so straight with you. I just have a hunch that Kareem Hunt will score. I didn't really put anything for the Texans because I don't know. I'm just so like they could do good, they could do bad. It's just I don't know. I don't trust that yet. And with a rookie quarterback in a wild card game going off against the veteran Joe Flacco, I don't know what to expect from the Texans. So I didn't really want to throw anything. I didn't want to throw my money on there. So anyway, the odds are 5,000. So I threw $5 on it, and that pays out 255. Not bad. I mean, hey, if I win a free 250 from $5, I'm happy. So I don't care if it's a low odds with low. I mean, that's obviously high odds, but it's not insane. Anyways, now the next game we have is Dolphins versus Chiefs. Now I'm a big Miami fan, so I was sitting over on my couch. I was tired a few days ago after work, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and just place a random parlay. So I went ahead and said Devon A-Chain scores a touchdown. I don't think that'd be impossible. I think it'd be a fun rematch. I know in Germany we kind of didn't do good, but I think Devon A-Chain will score. I don't know. I got the hunch. Like with Kareem Hunt, I have a hunch A-Chain scores. I also have Travis Kelce scoring. I think that one self-explains itself. It's wild card weekend. We're in Arrowhead, and he's dating Taylor Swift. They're going to be making a lot of money from Taylor Swift celebrating to his playoff touchdown. That's a given. That's a given. It's not even a question. And then I have Tyreek Hill scoring 2 touchdowns. And I know 2 touchdowns. He's only done that 3 times this season, I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember myself. But I just see him coming back to Arrowhead and putting on a show, and it'd be awesome. The odds for that bet is 2,500. I put a $10 bet on it, and it'll pay out 260. So again, if I win a free $250, I'll be a happy little boy. The next game on Wildcard Weekend would be the Sunday game at 1 o'clock between the Steelers and the Bills. Now this one gets a little crazy. I got Gabriel Davis scoring an anytime touchdown. I know Gabe Davis has been on and off and on and off, but I think here he'll at least score one. He'll at least put one up. And it's against the Steelers. It's not like it'll be much of a challenge. You know what I mean? Not to put down the defense. They got some great defensive players, but it's not going to be too much of a challenge. And I have Josh Allen scoring anytime, not meaning passing, like a touchdown pass, like running it in. He's been rushing for like 40 yards every game since the bye week, and I don't see that slowing down against the Steelers. So I definitely see him scoring a touchdown. I also have him rushing for over 30 yards since he's been doing 40. I think 30 yards isn't too much for him to run. But the interesting thing that really boosts these odds is that I have the Steelers winning. And I know that sounds outrageous, but think about it. They magically got into the second seed by beating the Dolphins, unfortunately, right? But why are they being so lucky? Why are the Bills so lucky? 5 wins since the bye week. I mean, why? I mean, Josh Allen is the cover athlete of Madden 24. Shouldn't they be cursed? And I'm here to tell you that they are cursed. And I'm here to tell you that the Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Buffalo Bills this Sunday in the wild card round. And that'll be the Madden curse on Josh Allen. It'll be horrendous. And I mean, it would just be awful. It would also set up a Steelers versus Ravens matchup in the divisional. Um, which I don't see why that would be really scripted, but I mean, maybe the Steelers would go on to beat the Ravens. They beat them both times this season, one with all the players in and one in week 18 when all the starters were out. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, this bet, the odds are 17,500. Insane. I put $5 on it to win 880. If that happens, I don't know what I'll do with myself. And obviously, these bets are like very far out there, but I mean, why place a boring bet? You know what I mean? If you're not going to win big, why win at all? The next bet we have is Packers versus Cowboys. This one is a little less than the last one. We got CeeDee Lamb scoring 2 touchdowns. We got Dak Prescott. I mean, did I say catching or throwing? I don't even know. CeeDee Lamb scores 2 touchdowns though. Dak Prescott throws for over 250 yards. He's done that in like the past 5 games, I think, if I remember the stat correctly. So shouldn't be a challenge for him against the Packers. I have the Packers under 2.5 touchdowns, meaning they only score 2 touchdowns, not 3 or anything else. They can only score 2. And I have the Cowboys scoring over 4.5, meaning they need to score 5 touchdowns or more. And I also have Christian Watkins scoring a touchdown. The reason why I say the Packers score so low is just because I see this being a big blowout game. I see this being something like 48-13, something small, for the Packers, something huge for the Cowboys, just like the Cowboys have done a few times this season. And I just think Christian Watson will pull away with a touchdown from Jordan Love, and hopefully that's what occurs for the Packers. Well, at least they score some. But anyways, the odds are 6,600 with a $5 stake on it, which would win 335. Again, 335. I don't know, man. These bets are wacky, but if they land, dude, I'm gonna seem like a genius. So I'm willing to put my money on them. I got money to spend, and I'm willing to spend it. The next game is the Sunday night game, 8:15, Rams at Lions. Matthew Stafford's return to Detroit in the playoffs. And I mean, this was scripted from like a mile away, and I don't know how we didn't see it all season. I have a lot of things going on in this game. I have Puka scoring. It'll be like a kind of thing of Matthew Stafford being like, look, I'm going to score with my rookie receiver. And then Jared Goff scores with Amon-Ra. Even though Amon-Ra's not a rookie this season, it would be like, look, I'm scoring with my new receiver. Because, he used to play for the Rams and stuff. And I have Matthew Stafford throwing for 2 passing touchdowns. Again, I think in his homecoming game, he'll put on a show. And I also have him throwing 300 passing yards. It'll be a beautiful performance. I have Jared Goff throwing 2 passing touchdowns as well for his kind of homecoming, but he stays at Detroit. But, the team is there. And then he also throws for over 254.5 passing yards. And I have the Rams leading in the first half, which boosts the odds a lot. The Rams leading in the first half. And I have the Lions winning. So, I mean, I think it'll be a very close game. I'm talking like 27-26. I know 300 passing yards is a lot to only get 26 points by Matthew Stafford, but I mean, rushes happen. They got Kyren Williams, they got Jahmyr Gibbs. There's going to be a lot of running in the game as well. So I only really focused on the passing because that's what I'm good at. I recognize pass game better than I recognize run game. So I would think I'm better at predicting it. And the last game for Wildcard Weekend is Eagles versus Buccaneers. Now, this is a crazy game. This matchup happened 2 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. Whenever Brady won his Super Bowl, the matchup happened. I'm pretty sure it was when Brady won his Super Bowl. I'm having kind of like a brain lag here, but anyways, the matchup happened, and the Buccaneers won it. So I believe it'd be the season that Brady went to the Super Bowl. Anyways, not important. Um, my parlay for this game is Baker Mayfield throws 2 passing touchdowns, right? Now, I mean, the Eagles let up like 24-0. But the Eagles let the Giants go 24-0 at halftime to them. So I don't see Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers having any problem scoring against them. So I have him throwing over 2 touchdowns, and I have him throwing for 200 passing yards, right? And then I have Julio Jones scoring. Now, I know that one sounds crazy. Julio Jones, like, I think he only has 1 or 2 touchdowns this season. I just see it happening. I don't know what it is. I just see it happening. I can't explain it. I have the total points for the game being under 43.5. I don't expect a high-scoring game. I expect a score of 17-10. Julio Jones being the only scorer for the Eagles. I mean, it's crazy. And the Buccaneers coming off with the victory is the last leg on that parlay, making it 9,000 odds with a $5 stake, puts us at 455. Some crazy parlays. I mean, one of them has to land, right? I mean, one of them has to, and I mean, we will eventually see if any of them do land. On after the Eagles Bucks game, I'll come back and record another video and see what won, what didn't win, what almost won, what could have been. But we'll see what happens there. And really quickly, I'm just going to acknowledge a few other picks that I do have that I've had set for a while. All the way back in February of this year, I put $5 on Tua winning MVP. It looked like it was going to happen. I'm not too sure anymore with how Lamar Jackson's been playing. It's been incredible. I added another $10 onto that the day later. Again, all the way back in February of after the Super Bowl of last season. Just for shits and giggles. I also threw on a Ravens versus 49ers Super Bowl matchup, $10 on that. Wins 190 with 1,800 odds. Because, the whole color scheme thing with the red and the purple and the whole theory, whatever on that. And then I also have $21 on us winning the Super Bowl with 2,000 odds, which wins 441. I know I sound like a lunatic here with all these picks, but I mean, hey, if one of them hits, and I only tell y'all, I only show people the one that hit, I'm going to seem like a genius. So, I know it sounds loony, I know it sounds crazy, but, I mean, I'm betting for fun. I don't need any financial gain. I'm having fun. I'm watching football. I'm eating snacks. Stuff's happening. If they miss, oh well. If they land, holy shit. So, yeah. That's going to do for today. Thanks for watching the first episode of Pick'em. Much more Pick'em to come because I love gambling. But yeah, I'll see you all later and have a good one. Peace out. All right, so I know that was supposed to be the end of the video, but I forgot 2 things. I forgot to show the odds to the Rams bet. So here are the odds to the Rams bet. It's 5,500 odds. I put a $10 stake on it, which wins 560. Happy to win 550 if it does land. That doesn't seem impossible, so we'll see what happens. And then I also wanted to show my where is it at here? My playoff bracket, so that if anything does happen to be right, I can be like, haha, I called it, right? So we're gonna go left to right. We got the Buccaneers beating the Eagles 17-10. We got the Lions beating the Rams 27-26 in a close game. We got the Cowboys beating the Packers 40-13 in a blowout. Joe Flacco and the Browns beating the Texans 33-27. The Dolphins taking on the Chiefs, beating them 33-21, and the Bills beating the Steelers 21-9. I know I said earlier in the video that the Steelers are going to win, and they might. I made this bracket before I realized the Madden curse was a thing still, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, but to be safe, I'm going to go Bills 21-9. Then we got the Buccaneers beating the 49ers 42-14. self-explanatory. We get the Lions beating the Cowboys 21-17. The Browns beating the Bills 27-24 in a field goal, game-expiring field goal, and Josh Allen, the Bills lose to the Browns. Maybe that's how the Madden curse gets them. Who knows? And I have the Dolphins beating the Ravens 49-21. Now, this is a biased pick. I'm not going to lie. But in week 17, the Ravens beat us 56-19. So this is basically that same score, just flipped and raised a little bit. Imagine how many views and how much clickbait and how much media the NFL can make, being like, oh, 4 weeks ago the Ravens beat them 46-19, and now 4 weeks later in the playoffs the Dolphins beat them for 59-21. It'd be a load of crap, and it'd just be what the NFL could just push out and gain media attention for, because it's such a wild thing that happened. Anyways, into the conference champions, the 49ers beat the Lions 37-28. Be a close game all the way through, but the Lions will prevail at the end. The 49ers will prevail at the end. And then the Dolphins beat the Browns 45-31. This one's also kind of biased, but I feel like if the two teams went head-to-head, this would be the result. Dolphins win by 2 scores. And then the Super Bowl. It's pretty wild, but as you know, we beat the Broncos 70-20. And if we would have kicked a field goal, we would have tied history. And if we would have made another touchdown, we would have made history and broke the record for most points in one game, but we didn't. And so here I have us beating the 49ers 80-76, and it changes the history books forever, and this Super Bowl will change the course of football forever. And it'll be wild, it'll be awesome, it'll be freaking out left and right, a huge battle, a huge throwing battle, running battle, all of the greats, all the best going against each other. Sorry, I burped. It's going to be crazy, and that's all I got to say. Now the video's over, and have a good one, guys.